I'm Gremi, and it's freezing outside, but it's nice and toasty at the Coit Road Farmers Market. And that's where I am today, and it's a great place to go on a Saturday in the winter in Cleveland. And once I walked in, the first thing that grabbed my attention was this massive flame out of nowhere. So I had to check it out, and that's where I just found myself at Dream Glass Arts. And over here, this is Adam, and we're going to talk to him in a minute. And he is doing custom glass work and blowing glass and making things out of glass. And it's the first thing you see when you walk in. And I'm not cold. It's below freezing outside, and I'm not cold wearing this. So this is kind of exciting. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Make sure you get that. It's so cool because it looks like candy, but it's glass. All right, so I'm gonna come back there with you, and we can make something custom out of glass, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, come on. So we're gonna make a heart out of glass, and I'm really excited about this, and we're gonna do it in orange.
Yes, and now Gremi, this is not just any orange, this is a special orange. This is called cadmium color.
Okay.
And this specific cadmium color is extinct. So several years ago, I would say like 2014, 15 era, there was a huge like glass is poison kind of thing because of the cadmium industry. So a whole bunch of laws changed and a whole bunch of regulations changed. So we no longer could, use as much cadmium as we used to use before.
And so really nobody has this orange, or very few people have this orange left.
Right.
And we're gonna make a heart custom with it.
It's very, very rare. It's called lava.
So this, I'm really even more excited about this now for personal reasons, but we'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
So how do we start?
So yeah, basically we're gonna start with our first mode of transportation, which is gonna be called a punty. This is the standard handle in the glass world.
Okay.
So there's different punties in, Venetian style, offhand, the big, pole type deal where you're blowing it with a big pole, but this is what we call a punty. So we got our flame going. It's a mixture of propane and oxygen. This is a triple surface mixed burner, so it's got a sheath around it of oxygen. So here we have oxygen in the middle, propane on the second layer, and then oxygen over it. So
which leaves us with this really concentrated blue flame.
Yes, and we can go down to
look at that.
A narrow
It's like the birth and death of a star.
Yeah, like a tiny little flame.
Wow.
So that's the basic start. So we're gonna just heat her up. And I'm using special glasses. If you notice, I put them on. They're special shades that filter out a sodium flare, is what we call it.
Should I be concerned that I'm not wearing those? Well, you should have told me before I'm staring straight into the flame.
That would be a good thing to mention. You definitely want to have these on. So now you can actually see the work.
That's neat. No, I didn't. You can totally see completely differently.
Yep.
With these on.
So this is going to be like a heat up.
That's amazing.
It might stick. Okay, so it's stuck. So we're going to pick it up centered, and we're going to just start heating it up slowly.
Now,
and
I want to see if I can put this up to the camera lens.
You can. Flip,
and if you can see...
Flip those wings so you can...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to put this up to the camera lens, and maybe you can see what I'm seeing through there. So how neat is this? And it heats up the glass so quickly.
So what I'm doing here is I'm using gravity to fold in this piece of glass. And then I'm going to also use centrifugal force to spread these two little legs open if they get too close together. Because I want to slowly build them, let the glass fall into the point where it's connected to.
So in effect, the heart will be in many ways kind of making itself.
Correct.
How cool. It's just as much art as it is science. because you have to know what you're doing very technically, but also have that feel, that artistic feel and instinct for it to make sure you're not getting it too hot, that it's not too cool, and that it's. I can already see the heart coming together. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that is so cool.
And you have to do it at a very even rate, otherwise, like, they'll come together and you might get the wrong shape.
Oh my God, look at the size of those tweezers. If I had a splinter,
You would come to me and I'd get
you
it
could
out.
you could get a splinter the size of a telephone pole out of my foot with one of those.
Possibly.
And this flame is probably enough to perfectly sterilize it too. Look at that heart.
Okay, there we go.
Wow. Look at that.
And you'll see as it cools, like there's actually a little bit of what we call devitrification on it.
I'm really digging this. And you did this so quickly, and it's amazing. And I wanted orange in honor of my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
That was her favorite color. And I think it's really fitting that the orange really doesn't exist anymore and that it was made with that custom orange. And I'm going to cherish this forever. Now, anybody can come in and kind of have this experience with you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you do private events and lessons as well. Tell me about that real quick.
Yeah, so it's basically as simple as you can book your event and we'll be able to host it, whether it's as many guests as we really can accommodate, or just you and a friend that wants to do a little gathering and a private lesson. We can accommodate that and pretty much pay by the hour, and you take something home with you and come back and do some more. And I am working on taking an apprentice, so if anybody's really interested in glass, we're looking for a year apprenticeship. So
this is a good platform to tell the world about that.
Taking applications.
Everyone's going to be reaching out now. So let me ask you a question. How hot does the glass get when you're heating it?
So it all depends. When you saw it at its melted state, that's probably around 1,200 degrees.
So enough to really do some damage.
Oh yeah.
If you wanted to do some damage.
Oh yeah. The second that hot glass hits your hand, it's going to eviscerate your flesh.
It's going to eviscerate your flesh.
Yeah.
The second it touches your hand, it's going to eviscerate your flesh. Now, this has been sitting here for a while now, and it's already changed back into the awesome color that it started as. Mm-hmm. Is it safe to touch now?
I would probably...
Okay, you don't even need to say anymore. Your reluctance was enough to tell me to stay far the hell away from that for the time being, and it's okay. It's okay. I will wait until I touch that.
I would recommend it. Yeah.
You didn't have to do much on the outside. But when I think of glass blowing, I think of glass blowing.
Yeah.
Now you do that here as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're just full of hot air all around.
In the glass community, we have a saying for that too. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's pretty much it. So yeah, we're filled with a lot of hot air.
Did you make that up? I've never heard that expression
Never had.
before.
Yeah, that's the most common one.
It's very original.
I try to stay original.
This has been awesome. We're going to look around the market real quick while that kind of cools down, and maybe you can tell us about some of the things in the market.
Yeah.
Can we go for a walk and you can kind of show me?
Come on.
All right.
You specialize in holistic natural healing, right? That's what okay. You have it.
This is awesome. This screams market to me.
Yeah.
I love that there's so much that I don't even know where to begin. I'm more prone to try natural remedies than chemical remedies for things.
If you're interested in her services, 216-761-0375. She's got lots of stories about people who had really chronic illnesses they couldn't handle. They went to doctors, they couldn't get help. They came to her and they got help. 216-761-0375. She's a doctor. She graduated, Clayton College, natural health. 216-761-0375.
I like this guy. He knows what he's about. Love it. Yes.
I fear success. I don't want anybody to remember the name.
When you have all of these knives, I'm not going to ask you anything twice. All right? You're a man I want to keep on my side.
For 18 years, I sold spices here.
Really?
So I ran a business called Spice Hound that I still get angry people coming every week that I closed it. I just got bored with it.
Sometimes you do
I get to play
like
with
demonstrations here at the market.
it. Yeah, that's what this is not a kitchen. This is theater.
This is
There
theater.
is
I
no
love
running
that.
water in this building.
I love
This is a pavilion sitting in a parking lot. So yeah, this is like we have
This
a
is
licensed
the
kitchen.
Coit Road Theater.
Exactly. We have a licensed kitchen back there.
I'm the owner of No Wheat, No Worries.
No wheat, no worries.
Yeah.
I love it. I heard that you're award winning.
Well, I do county fairs and I win blue ribbons.
How awesome is that? I'm digging the shirt.
Yes, I wore my
pumpkin
special
pie.
shirt today because I actually have pumpkin pie today. Come down and see my pumpkin.
We're gonna come down and see it.
Yes.
All of this stuff looks amazing.
It is really good.
So
I like the scones.
every week you're here blowing glass and doing things and you work up an appetite.
Yep.
And then do you find yourself at No Wheat, No Worries?
Always,
Do ya?
always, absolutely. Chandra, she holds it down for me. I mean,
Everything here looks amazing.
and I don't have to worry.
When she said pumpkin pie, I thought I was gonna, I don't know why, but in my head I was gonna come down here, there's just gonna be one pumpkin pie sitting here. But everything here looks so good. Oh my gosh. So do we all get to try some of this pumpkin pie?
Yes.
This gluten-free, no wheat pumpkin pie?
Pie. Now my crust is not a regular pie crust. It's a paste crust. So here, try this.
Let's try a piece of crust. It's sweet. I love it. It's gluten-free, but not glutton-free. That should be your slogan. So, my grandfather has this saying, sort of.
So here's a crumbly piece of pumpkin
It's
pie.
this philosophy that he has where when you have pie, you don't get a plate. What you do is you cut a slice, slide it over, and that's his philosophy. And he told me that once, and I'll never forget it.
That's awesome.
Here's
That's
one
for you,
here's
Grandpa
one
Sandy.
That's not so crumbly.
All right.
And the fork. Wait a minute. Where were the forks? The forks. I saw them. There they are.
Delish a knish.
We're gonna.
Delish a knish. But it's a pie, not a knish.
I do make bigger pies, but for today I just made the little ones.
This is gluten-free. It's so moist and delicious. I'm so glad that we met you, and we want to send a bunch of people your way. Thank you so much.
Yep.
There you go. So again, this is the Coit Road Farmers Market. So the next time you want to know what to do, where to go, and what to see, check out our show, check out the Coit Road Farmers Market, and leave it to us.